I first got here, I first got to All-Star Wrestling in March of 1988. I came up here with my tag team partner. Actually, he was my roommate. Actually, we were living together in California. We were living, Sweet Daddy Sampson. He wrestled here in All-Star Wrestling before I did, a year before, and he was actually the All-Star Wrestling UWA heavyweight, world heavyweight champion back in the day there, and he got me booked back in here. Actually, well, E.T. Stanton's the one that got us back in. We called Al, and Al didn't really want us at first, and then Al Tomko, we called Al Tomko, who was a promoter in All-Star Wrestling. And he wasn't really interested in having us back right away, but then Tom Stanton, E.T. Stanton, a famous wrestler back in the day, said he'd come back too with us. So us three came in together. It was E.T. Stanton, myself as the Inferno, and Sweet Daddy Sampson, who also had an Inferno suit too. We actually had a matching Inferno outfit, which I don't think he wore his up here. He came back as basically his same character he had before. And that was in March of '88. He came back. You know, road trips for Al Tomko were very, there were six-man crews in most towns, you know, unless we were in a bigger town. You know, you had 6 guys, you know, 3 matches and a six-man tag in the night. And I wanted to change things up, you know. I was wrestling as the Inferno and under a mask, doing jobs in the opening matches and stuff like that. And he asked, he knew my name. He knew I was Starr, though, because I wrestled as Mike Starr too. He says, "Do you have any?" And he was talking to Denton about if this kid could do anything else. And Denton said, "Well, Dirty Dan Denton, Dr. Danny Denton, actually here for All-Star Wrestling, wrestled in Manitoba and wrestled in Mexico as one of the Los Animales down there with Rick Patterson and Eddie Watts." But he was good buddies with Al, and he suggested that he said he saw a tape of me in Mexico, in Tijuana, Mexico, wrestling as El Exotico Michelle Starr, or Exotico Mike Starr. Sorry, should let Starr do the queer gimmick up here, the gay gimmick. This is before you couldn't say those words, you know, like gay and homosexual and fag and those things like that, and so on. And so overnight, I switched to Michelle Starr. Actually, I was gonna be Mike Starr. But Al said, the TV went nationwide back then. He says, "I really want to insult the people in Quebec. And Michelle is a guy's name in Quebec, so I want to call you Michelle Starr. So you're a queer with a man's name in Quebec, so you can insult the French people in Quebec." So that's where Michelle Starr was born. In the green room for BCTV, Al created Michelle Starr.